Boys, we're back on another video. TTVE_thing. We are live right now. Yeah, tech over here about Honkai Star Rail. So I was streaming when he was talking about this yesterday, so I didn't really get the chance to sit down and hear what he had to say. So I'm curious because Tech has been pretty positive about HSR previously, which is cool. Which is good. So yeah. Let's see what he's saying.
Boys, there's a reason why I'm making this video today. I'm not really sure what this is titled, but this is essentially my entire complete thoughts on 3.0 Honkai Star Rail as a whole, and there is a reason why I've waited very long to make this video. Number one, I didn't want to do any knee-jerk reactions, but I really just wanted to know how I felt about it, my desire meter towards Honkai Star Rail, every implementation of the game, as well as me watching tens upon at least 30.
Kim, good morning, brother. Good morning, man. How are you? My bad. We're just recording, but how are you?
The game, seeing the end game, watching the story, yeah, and just seeing everything the game had to offer. Not via me playing it.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
My experience with the Honkai Star Rail story is I'm about 6 or 7 hours into it, with the end being nowhere near in sight. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about it. And another big reason.
Bro, the day I went in for my shoulder surgery was when the day I went in for my shoulder surgery was when HSR launched. I think it might have launched the night before. And so I was watching some stuff like at the hospital, and I'm just like, holy shit. Like, this is not it. Like, this was not it. And then I watched Emily play. I was like, yep. Yeah, I'm good. Czar, what's going on? We got like a 156 2.0 loan, so like just a guess. Yeah, okay, that's true. With the new patch, probably 150 plus, but regularly it's not like $150. It's not like 150 wishes, but yeah. Yo, what's going on, Glitch? How you feeling, brother? Good morning.
Why I wanted to talk about this is because I'm banning Mr. Pokey from reacting to this. I'm banning him from talking about it, tweeting about it, interacting with this video in any way, shape, or form, because if he does react to this or talk about it, he's a hypocrite. And this is very important to me to do, because yesterday he said that he would not be participating in any war activities whatsoever. And before,
I had a call with
him where he said that he wouldn't do one thing, and the next day he did that exact thing. So I wanted to put this out right now. I think it'd be a good opportune time to just say, Pokey, it is time to change and grow as a person. You are not the warmonger that you pretend to be. You cannot handle the heat, so stay out of the kitchen and leave that shit to the big boys. Okay? Leave that shit to me. Okay? So we're going to talk about everything involving Honkai Star Rail 3.0, and we are going to get really, really, really deep into it. Full disclosure, in case you don't know, I've played Honkai Star Rail every single patch since release. I've played every single one. I even played the beta. Played from Bellabog, Zhanzhou, Luofu, Penacony, even to the Rappa Banana Times, to now where we are now at currently, which is Amphoros. So here's the thing. I play many other gacha games. I play Wuthering Waves. I play Zenless Zone Zero, Cookie Run Kingdom, Arknights.
Notice he didn't say fake Grand Order. Just notice he didn't say FGO. I just want to point that out. I want to point that out. Yo, good morning, Sasha. How are you? Good morning. Turn-based games aren't even that bad, you know. It definitely varies based on not a real gacha gamer. Oh, brother. Bro, that's two who's all. It was good playtime. Good morning, man. Good morning.
Summoner's War, Epic 7. I've pretty much played every single gacha game that there pretty much is on Earth until I deem them not worthy enough of my time. Which really sucks because there are games that bounce back from a bad game state like Nikkei. I think Nikkei's launch was fucking terrible. It was very gated. It was very pay-to-winny, but they fixed that very shortly after. Unfortunately, I'd already quit the game, and now quitting Nikkei is one of my biggest regrets because the game is fucking amazing. And it really...
I think Nikkei's a really good example, like Tech said, of like that game goes so crazy right now. Like there's so many people still playing, and I mean, like even on the revenue charts, like, you know, that game is up. You know, granted, that's just not always accurate, but like, you know, they're doing a-okay. They're doing a-okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you could have a bad launch, but yeah.
It really,
also,
you know, really breaks my heart. Maybe I'll go back one day. But enough about that. Let's just talk about Honkai Star Rail. So Honkai Star Rail 3.0 recently released, where now we are going to Amphoros. The land
Yo, Playtime, thank you so much for the follow, brother. I appreciate you. Also, see God Tier Traveler. Shout out to that homie as well. Dab me, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Odds. Feels very Greek mythology with characters like Phynon, Maide, Tribby, Castoris.
Oh, same.
And thank God March 7th isn't here because she has a tummy ache, so we won't be having to experience her mentally deranged, mentally handicapped, full-blown autism the entire fucking trip. But unfortunately, we still have to deal with Non-Hung's emo ass. I think the biggest issue that I'm having with Honkai Star Rail, and I want to say this is not going to be a positive video, this is going to be a very negative video, because I feel like Honkai Star Rail 3.0 is a very negative update for me. Yeah. I cannot tell you how to feel. I cannot tell you how you should think about a game.
No, he told me how to feel.
I feel a certain way and explain to you why I feel that way. Yeah, I have had very little enjoyment in Honkai Star Rail. I have had very low desire to play Honkai Star Rail, and I think I have been conditioned to not enjoy the game of how I used to enjoy it. Now, I will say at a time, Honkai Star Rail was my #1 gacha game, which felt very good. Bellabog was amazing. Bits and pieces of Zhanzhou Luofu were amazing.
I just want to pose a question real quick before we continue, because I know a lot of people felt this way. Do you think HSR was the #1 gacha game because that was like really the only main second-gen alternative to Genshin? I'm not saying HSR was never good, because again, Bellabog was fun. The Luofu was alright, it was whatever. But the game was fun at that point. Like, I actually enjoyed the game. But do you think like part of it is like a lot of us had like kind of rose-tinted glasses because of the fact that we were free from the shackles of Genshin, in the sense of like they're listening, they're doing things like. And then, like, as time goes on, you kind of see, like, okay, like, wait a second, like, they're kind of just taking a left turn here. And it's like, as opposed to looking a blind eye, you now have other video games to play, like ZZZ, like Wuwa, like Ananta coming up. You see Arknight's Enfield. You know, maybe it's also just the best turn-based one, non-PvP. Oh, for sure. I think it's a good game. I absolutely think it's a good game. Like, guys, don't get this construed. Hoyoverse is good at making video games. The problem is Hoyoverse could be excellent at making video games if they just put in a little bit more effort. But, you know, that's a whole different conversation. HSR was definitely my the favorite child for a while. I think they switched to ZZ now because it's new and shiny. Never played HSR, never planned to. That's fine as well, DH. That's definitely fine. But, yeah, I just think a lot of the times a lot of people kind of just pivoted because they're like, oh, try to Genshin, right? And so, yeah, it's the first turn-based game that I've actually sat down to play that I enjoyed, and it actually made me like the turn-based genre. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but yeah, no, definitely, I do actually like Honkai Star. I just hate the direction it's going. Too much power creep and not enough spent on animation cutscenes. Exactly. Yeah, I think I 100% agree with you, Wilma. I think like HSR is not a bad game because it's not. It's actually fun when it's not like that. Like, if I could experience that 1.0, 1.1, 1.2 shit again, that'd be fucking lit. Even the beginning of Penacony, I'd be, you know, although they were still kind of going down that route with Silverwolf and Sparkle and BS or whatever, like, I would still, you know, it's not a bad game yet. It's definitely gotten worse. The HSR cash cow. It's not that it's bad. It's just that it could be a lot better. Well, that's the thing, right? Again, it goes back to the original point I made a couple weeks ago, where it's like, even said on the Gotcha Cast, they make improvements for the subsequent game and never go back and fix the old game. So yeah, okay. I was just curious. I think there's some roast in the glass to look up at HS1 though. Yeah, I mean, there definitely wasn't as much content, but the game had more of like an actual feel to it as opposed to Super Break and like fucking, you know, getting rid of the game had one mechanic, and the one mechanic was matching the colors. And now it's like I'm putting the circle in the square, the rectangle in the square, and the triangle in the square. Like, you know what I'm saying? It does absolutely feel like Genshin now. I think this game absolutely feels like Genshin. It's a good game. Techie could feel this way. I disagree with him. I'm indifferent with power creep and greed, probably, since I'm conditioned to expect stuff to happen in the Gotcha game after all. The previous game only gets approved in the newest game. Exactly, Serpent. I mean, yeah, RD, you're definitely allowed to have your opinion, but I feel like it's just bad for the consumers. But let's continue. Let's see.
And even the start of Penacony, I enjoyed quite a bit, but I do think Penacony is where things started to go wrong. And what do I mean about things are starting to go wrong? Okay, so I am at the part of the story for 3.0 where we get introduced to Aglia, and she's showing us the cosmos and the symbols and the wars and explaining the gods. And then, you know, she was punishing us for revealing the truth to the people who weren't supposed to know that there was more that exists outside of Amphoris. And I thought that was very cool. And then Tribby said, if she was ever going to hurt you, I would have stepped in. But I feel like a lot of the things that happened in that HSR 3.0 story were very cool. However, getting there takes so long. It's absurd. There's a lot of characters who are yapping way more than they should, and that's even me playing in JP speed reading it. In case you guys don't know, I was Shenandoah County 3rd grade simple math champion, as well as speed read champion in 4th and 5th grade. I read quite quickly, and I retain quite a lot. It's just always been something that I've been good at ever since I was a child. But the story is just so much, and I agree. If you are enjoying that, it's great, but I'm having a hard time being invested in the story.
I will refer back to that fairy scene. I will absolutely always refer back to the fairy scene where they literally started off telling you the lore of the gods through a fairy at a static image. And then they said, Agalia's like, you don't like the way I'm telling the story? How about we mix it up? And then they bring out a second fairy that sounds like Paimon. I want to fucking front flip into a car into Roblox when that shit happened. I was like, holy fuck, you guys are trash. Like, they're 1000% aware of the problems they've created, and they're trolling you. They're saying, fuck you, shut the fuck up, you're still going to play the game. But that's why the monthly revenue's down. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Sarah? What's really crazy is me and Tech grew up in the same county. No way, really? Also, good morning, Sarah. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Dab you up. My husband speed reads, base? Base? Yeah, it was good. I was going to get a fat shout out for Red New. Good morning, man. How are you? How are you? My husband speed reads and it drives me nuts when we're reading the same thing together. It's done in 3 seconds. Get you back to the business quality of life just because of HSR. I was actually enjoying the lore of the first fairy, and then they fucking ruined it with a Paimon version. Yeah, I can speed read too. You know? It's like when you're talking about like this crazy scene with gods. Also, Red New, by the way, we're going to be shitting on Wuwa in about approximately 20 minutes. Don't miss it unless you're going to bed, because they have some fucking problems with this translation shit. It's pissing me off. But it's like, if you don't, you're fucking over here telling a story of gods and all this crazy stuff and the lore of it, and I'm looking at a fucking wall with a blue fairy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit. There's a time and a place, 100%. There's nothing wrong. That's a joke, by the way, for the Curlbots. There's nothing wrong with being quirky and shit. That's not what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be serious 24/7, but it's like, again, do the Wuwa thing where, like, they show images, like the Scar thing. Like, they showed the Scar. That does not cost $1 million to do those animations and shit, you know? The reason Rev is down is because they didn't release 2 new units in the same banner. Nah, Sarah. Yeah, bro, like, I can translate better than Kuro. It's rough out here.
And yeah, Raz, we saw it. I'm having a hard time being invested in the story is because if you really think about it, nothing ever really happens. And I want to explain, what do I mean by that? Belobog was essentially the best Honkai Star Rail has ever been. And that was 1.0.
I agree.
The story of the rich versus the poor, the strugglers versus the thrivers, and trying to take the underdogs and have them defeat a dynasty, to which they do, and then they kill Bronya's mother, Kokolia, who was a character
that
put in the position that I would actually care about. But now the problem is, ever since then, Zhangzhou Luofu was, Ting Yun died. No, she didn't. Adventurines died.
Wrapped in by the wings, hearts will never heal. Frozen in. Yo, that shit was hard as fuck, bro. I think I'm about to come thinking about it. Tech is about to make a point that I've said every single fucking time. There is nothing at stakes in HSR. Anytime something potentially could happen that could affect the story, or a character's going to have some sort of consequences for their actions, they are legit. It just doesn't happen. And that's also part of the reason why I don't fucking care to play the 12 hours of this story. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I know Red New likes it. I think that's fine. I think if you guys like the story, there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I know at the end of the day, any type of stakes that they build up will be taken away by the power of friendship, right? So I don't fucking care. I just don't.
I know he didn't. You know, all of these characters are going to die. No, they didn't.
Nope.
Oh, and the characters that do die, nobody fucking cares.
Yep.
Okay? Nobody gives a fuck about Gallagher.
But Shillali's sister died in fucking Genshin Impact in the National War. So, you know, to play devil's advocate, do main characters die in any game except the Honkai Impact 3? I don't know. But so here's my counter to that, and I'm not trying to be a dick to you. There's first of all, in other games, other first generation gotchas, 1000%. Arknights kills everyone. Arknights kills everyone and their mom, right? But the pivot off of that is PGR as well. PGR kills everyone. I'd agree with you, by the way. I just wanted to no, exactly. No. I know 1000%. Not gonna lie, I need Gian to die so I can be invested in Woo story. I do think someone should die in Woo. This is not just a Hoyoverse problem, but in Woo, it's not as bad. The game is still a little bit new. The story doesn't really make sense for someone to die at the moment. Maybe it will at the end of Renacida, right? I don't know. But like, yeah, even if they don't kill a playable character, which I mean, I think they should, like, at least kill someone who's important, right? Like, I don't want to spoil Witcher, but like, let's say, for example, if anyone, no, fucking, I'm not gonna spoil Witcher. But the point is that like, you could even have NPCs or helpers that make sense. Like, if they're around for long enough and they have good dialogue, good writing, and they go through the journey and everything, you know, fucking hey, like, and that person dies, that can affect you. I still think they should kill a character, but you know, I feel like Ab's gonna God bless against Shalin kills Gian. I hope so. But 2 had balls when they killed Ting Yun in 1.2, but in 2.0 everyone died. He came back. Well, Ting Yun's not even fucking dead. Ting Yun's not even fucking dead. They killed my Gallagher. Why no one cares? Because nobody cared about Gallagher. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why nobody cares about Gallagher. And I'm being so serious. I'm not even trolling when I say this. The scene at the end of 2.1, where Gallagher punches Sunday, and you think Gallagher killed Sunday, and then 15 minutes into the 2.2 story, it was a bait and switch. It killed all hype, all interest. I didn't give a flying fuck after that. To me, that killed any investment I had in Gallagher. I thought this was the dumbest every cliffhanger was trash. Firefly doesn't die. Sunday doesn't die. Sparkle, the bombs, nothing happens. It fucking sucked. So to me, I did not care for Gallagher because he did a dog shit heel turn and then he wound up being a babyface again, you know? So it's like, fucking go fuck yourself, you know?
Nobody gives a fuck about little short blue hair guy. No real characters ever feel like they're in any danger whatsoever. Same with Firefly. Firefly's gonna die. She has cancer. Firefly died. No, she didn't. And it's just like, how am I supposed to get invested into the story when I know there's no real danger amongst anybody who I really give a fuck about?
Yeah.
And it's a shame because I want to buy into the story. I want to buy into the impending doom. But at the end of the day, I always know that this is a gacha game. These characters are going to sell, and any 5-star limited unit is in no danger whatsoever. Now, am I saying that the games need to kill characters to make their game good? No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, don't tease it so much because we know it's never going to happen. And I understand.
So
Guys, did you know in Honkai Impact 3rd that Himiko died? Wow.
Bro, why'd he spoil it, son? I was just on chapter 8. Why'd he spoil it? Fuck, he ruined it. I'm sorry.
Wow. And what impactful character on the same level of Himiko has died since then? There's a reason that shit happened 8 years ago, and now it's still the only thing that people fucking talk about, saying, this guy doesn't know about Himiko.
Dude, they need to kill Himiko in HSR.
So why is there a plethora of names at this point?
Just to be lore accurate.
That people have been holding on to for that long. There has been no significant playable character that has died since fucking Himiko. Senora died. We all know she's coming back. She's also a villain. Kokolia died, and that was cool, but I don't feel any pressure on any playable character that I have ever being in any real danger.
Who's gonna cause Alicia?
I want to make sure you guys understand this. People think Tepe is an impactful death. The NPC that we knew for 3 hours. Wow, dude.
I got a clip for that.
Wow, dude. That's crazy. And I'm glad that so many people don't even know who the fuck that is. I can't really buy in to the drama of which they're selling of, this character's in so much danger. When it's like, okay, well, Who really cares? I mean, fuck. Dan Heng died and he came back as Super Saiyan 3 Dan Heng. And now he's still just chilling, walking around. It makes me struggle to really get invested because the game tries to sell you on the dangers of the world, the dangers that the characters are going to be in. But at the end of the day, I always know they're going to be fine. And if I know the character is going to be a new character that you're going to play.
I don't have the clip. Sad. I was like, no. I lost it. Bro is not a pack of 100%. You know what? He's right. Bring back Kokoli as a playable character. I want Brawny and Mommy in an actual giant Gundam in gameplay. Hey, man, he's cooking. These guys will cry at night for Teppy. Yo, what's good? What's good, Anfield? How you feeling, brother? Teppy is a NPC in Inazuma that was a bum and didn't have a vision, so he took a delusion from the Raiden Shogun and got his life sucked away from him and died. It was a cinematic moment. I could actually show you real quick. Teppy death Genshin. Yeah, this one hurted, bro. This one hurted.
Well, I made a lot of great taking on Shogunate Samurai all by my and we can change together.
You could tell by the emotion in his face he's dying, can't you tell? His hair is white. You know? Can you tell?
What's that look for?
You could tell that, yeah, what's static for 20 hours? What's that look for, Traveler?
Don't worry, partner. Soon as I've rested up, I'll be right as rain.
Happy!
Rested up.
What up, Lloyd?
Happy.
Oh, fuck. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus
Christ. I always know they're going to be fine,
Lord.
so it's like, maybe we move away from that type of storytelling because I just kind of just don't care about it anymore. It's also very frustrating whenever I play the Honkai Star Rail story, and it kind of feels like 90% of it is just pointless yapping, and then, wow, look at that one really cool trailer, and everybody else just turns a blind eye to the hours of monotony that they had to sit through and suffer through. It also really bothers me where this trope of good or bad guy turns good guy, and that's cool, but like Sunday's arc really just made no sense to me.
Yeah.
In Penacony.
Yeah.
It was, man, there's this really bad guy. He's fucking over everybody. He's treating everybody.
I have a vivid memory of when Inazuma came out. Tectones was harping on how amazing the story is. He was listening to every NPC. Do you think he was being facetious? Do you think he was being facetious? I feel like the whole thing with Teppy. No, he was legit at the time. Yeah, Sunday has to die. I agree 100%. I think the thing with Teppy is like that type of stuff can be done very well if it wasn't like 3 hours, right? You know, like if it wasn't. Also, what's good, Raz? Good morning. If it wasn't only like a couple hours, again, you know what's funny too. You don't even have to kill a character. Like, if you take a premium 5-star limited unit and just make them go through some sort of internal conflict, I'm not even trying to be funny when I'm saying this. I'm being so dead ass. Spider-Man 2 is the perfect example of this. When Spider-Man 2 was losing his when Spider-Man was losing his powers in Spider-Man 2, he was having this conflict. He's like, holy fuck, I'm not Spider-Man anymore. I'm fucking useless. And like you go through some sort of emotional journey where even if the character doesn't die, maybe they're not as powerful as they were. Maybe they're losing something, and then they have some sort of fucking spiritual awakening. They have a come to Jesus moment or something. Like, it's very simple for them to write something that doesn't even include them dying. And realistically, that would probably even make them sell more money, right? It's like an underdog story. Like this limited 5-star that's coming up. It's like a badass, and they fucking get their ass beat and they lose their mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even have to be death. All it has to do is, my headset keeps falling. It's just to be simple. It just has to be writing that has depth to it, that actually has something at stake, right? That way the happy ending makes sense. But yes, but that's just a side tangent. Sunday's fucking dog shit. I don't care.
Everybody like shit.
I don't care.
Oh, but he said he was
Brent
sorry.
also just something like that in his latest video.
So,
what's good, Gone? What Brand say?
Let's also not forget that Firefly.
In the video of him talking about like his community or some shit, like after he shitted on Genshin or something. Also, good morning, brother. Welcome in.
Has done countless atrocities, and now she's just
shit his ass now. Yeah.
Well, isn't she so cute though? And it's just very frustrating because I'm trying to get invested in these characters, but I feel like
March 7th. I know they're doing something with March 7th where she's sick right now or something, but also nobody fucking cares about March 7th. You know what I'm saying? His thoughts on Lantern, right? Oh. Wait, did he make another video that's not I don't know if it really let's talk about Genshin Impact last, right? Oh, he did. Oh, the cost of no consequence. Yo, Brandon Rhino. Oh my god, good for him. Good for him. We'll react to that after this. We'll absolutely react to that after this. Good for him.
The only character that I actually have an investment in
was good, Puma.
Is Welt.
What good should I do? Go outside.
Welt is a perfect character. I do. I think Welt is fucking fantastic. But the problem is when Welt's not on the screen, it's like, well, what the fuck? And the same thing with Sparkle, where it's like, oh, Sparkle has these nuclear bomb. Sparkle has this massive impending explosion, and it's gonna fuck over everybody in Penacony and kill everyone. Oh, it was just fireworks.
You're so silly.
It was just fireworks.
You're so
it was
silly.
Just a prank. She was just being a silly. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, that's great, I guess. But yeah, that's why I'm really having a problem with the stories, because there's a lot of drawn out meandering.
Yeah.
I know nobody's ever really in danger, and it just kind of doesn't feel worth my time. You know what really sucks is that I actually really enjoyed meeting My Day. I thought My Day and Finon's dynamic was really cool.
Yeah, they're cool.
I thought Castoris' lore, where you can't even touch her or you die, that's the girl that I want to fuck. Just
1000% Dawe, 1000%. Check comments. Comments of what, Puma? What are you talking about? 1000%. I thought she was gonna blow up the whole. I thought she was gonna blow up all of Penacony. I thought she was literally going to kill everyone in Penacony. I prefer March coming every journey because she's funny when the MC says dumb dialogue shit. Was good, Nico. I'd rather them do it with a character that I care about. I don't really care for March personally, but you know, it is what it is. I will give them some credit for them doing something like that with March. I will put it in the casual curse. Is crazy. Characters don't die. Check the top comment of the video. Don't let Honkai Star distract you from the fact that we have 50 million coming out. Well, I don't even know what the fuck that means, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea.
Call it a day. Trimmy, surprisingly to me, I actually like quite a bit. I thought she was very cute. I like how she has 3 different versions of herself. She's like the Powerpuff Girls all in one.
Short comments? All right, I'll look after.
She was willing to fight.
We'll finish the video
in case
first.
Someone was wronging me, but at the end of the day, I just really hate talking to these child characters. So the story, I'm having a hard time getting invested because I know nothing really is ever going to change.
I agree, Sharpie.
Now let me continue on towards the combat. The combat, I think, has been getting progressively worse every single patch. And that's really a shame. Because when I first started the game, it really felt like, okay, I'm going to try to make these characters mix and match.
Yeah.
I'm going to mix and match whoever I need to beat whatever enemy obstacle is put
That's a hot take? I don't think it's a hot take.
And it felt like I was fighting an enemy.
Calm take.
It felt like I needed to learn the mechanics and respond accordingly. So I would think, okay, Kokoli is out.
Good morning, Tilly. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Good morning.
Complex mob. Kokoli is out, and you have to kill the crystals. Because if you don't kill the crystals, then she's going to do her mega move. So I'll use Zila, and I'll single target.
Just press auto button. If you take that aside, the fact that now the game is turned into Kill the Trotter and also, again, Super Break fucking sucks. And HP inflation. Aventurine was a great boss, right? Aventurine was, again, good morning, Tillian. Aventurine was a great fucking boss. Cocolia was a great boss, right? But that's not like, it's not like the game, you know? The game the combat feels whack. It doesn't feel like you're matching up the proper elements. It literally is Super Break. And that's it. Like, it just feels
target them down, which will give me a
attack
Trotters
proc,
and then I'll go fight the other crystal and DPS them down. Use Bronya to give her another turn. That way we can really focus down the damage. I'll probably bring in Bela to bring a defense break. So that way Zila can really slam their fucking guts. Maybe a Ting Yun to put the E on them, give them the extra ult charge so she can shoot, reset, and go again. Right? And, you know, or I'd obviously bring a healer. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, you needed to think about
more strategy,
what the enemy did and how to beat them. But now it's kind of just like, rather than thinking about what the enemy does, now it more so feels like, okay, I need to make this follow-up attack team work.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to make this super break team work. Okay, I need to make this dot team. Oh, wait, they're fucking dead in the dirt. Okay, well, maybe we'll get a buff.
Rip Black
Maybe we'll
Swan.
get a character that'll buff them. So, yeah, let me just focus on this follow-up team and this super break team. and hopefully we have enough damage to kill him, right? So yeah, I'll just bring these 4 characters together because they're meta, and everything else sucks. And it really blows. It does, because it doesn't feel like the same amount of interactivity with the mobs as there once was, right? Like, Svarog summons his giant metal claw, grabs one of your characters.
Yep.
So you're like waiting on the abilities. Oh, he grabbed him, blast him, get the character back, go, bring his shield because he does tons of damage. But I don't feel that anymore.
I don't know how much Acheron takes or farm for me to pay attention to. He really is just yapping. I think he's absolutely spitting. I've said the same exact sentiments last week. Fucking bar for bar. Bro is absolutely cooking right now. Attack inflation, HP inflation. Like, Acheron is obviously still good at some points. But like, Acheron's not like the top of the top of the top anymore. Like, Acheron got fucking shown out by Bobbin and fucking Fei Xiao, and then Firefly, and then Linksha, and fucking what's that other one that came after that? Rappa. You know, she is the top. You could sum this up. I think yeah, you know. There's so much bullshit that ignores the mechanics of the game, like toughness. Exactly. Yeah, sir. Acheron is still good. But like, Acheron is also part of the problem as well, to be honest with you. The fact that Acheron could just shred through anything is 1000%. So like, she's good, but you could also just have fucking 2 super break teams. Or again, a follow-up team. Like, she's also part of the problem. Right? At first it was cool and it was fun, and now it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Her ceiling and multipliers make her relevant for as long as they want to support her. Yeah, pretty much. But like, she is the problem as well.
Anymore.
You know?
Now I just feel...
But I also agree with you, Khan.
Oh man, I cleared it in 3 cycles. Oh God, my account must be fucking terrible. Right? Or I use dot, and it's like, oh, please God, let me clear this in 10 cycles. And it doesn't really feel like I'm interacting with the mechanics. It feels like I'm just praying to God I have the DPS. And I don't know how many of people out there feel the same way that I do, but I'm not really worried about, can I respond to the elemental advantage? Can I respond
that overtime
to the
is crazy
at hand? Now it just feels, do I have the DPS? Because I'll be real, and I feel gross by this. I mean, I literally had to pull for Eidolons to get my dots running because I 12 cycled the MOC. And I was like, fuck me. And then I pull one Eidolon for Black Swan, and I cleared it 4 cycles faster. Because it's just like, what the fuck?
Yo, you're the best name on Twitch. Welcome in, Carlotta Cake. Thank you so much for the follow. Dab me up, brother. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you. Welcome in, homie.
I mean, I want you to really think, like, there's so many characters back in the day. Gepard comes. He has his shield. Make sure to kill his mobs, because then
Gepard comes. Sorry.
You can get to the weakness bar. Make sure you bring this
DOT
electric.
needs fixing, Sarah. Stop it.
But now everybody's weak to anything that you need because you can just impose the weakness on them, which even more limits the creativity of builds.
What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? Good morning, homie.
I think Silver Wolf was a disaster for things to come.
Yeah.
I don't like that system. Now it's just like, Thug you lets you break anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have to fucking think.
True.
It's like the game is built for toddlers, and it doesn't feel like I'm fighting enemies anymore. It just feels like I'm fighting the urge to pull the new unit to make these meta teams where it's like, you're gonna play together whether you like it or not. Timmy, stay away from Mary Sue because you're not on the same team, so you're not gonna play together.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's like, damn. It doesn't feel like I have freedom anymore. It just feels like...
You have to do this.
It just feels like a bullet sponge.
I feel like HC Casual would love this game because the lack of freedom allows him to be more creative. Because restrictions breed creativity.
And it just feels like...
Let me stop.
And it really just feels like Spiral Abyss and Genshin Impact.
Ding, I don't know about that. I don't know. But we'll talk about that after. Also, good morning, Ivar.
The monsters anymore. It just feels like I'm fighting the urge to pull new characters to make my teams work. And that's pretty much it. I couldn't tell you what the big wolf guy even does in combat. I don't even know his fucking name. I just know that follow-up works really well against him, so I just beat his ass. I don't even know his mechanics. Like Hule. I don't even know their mechanics.
Getting a fully synergistic team that works together scratches a specific part of my brain that I enjoy. Oh, for sure. And I think that's fine. Right? I don't think the point... what fixing do you think would bring back Dot? Jan, they need an actual support that'll make it do more damage. Or maybe reapply Dot even more consistently or some shit. Like, they're just... They gotta fix it, bro. It's trash. It doesn't do damage without Acheron and whatever that fucking motherfucker's name is. Like, Dakaron's not a real team. But yeah, they definitely have to come back and fix that. But no, this is not a bad take. I just think the problem is that Star Rail feels like you need to have everyone be super synergistic to make some sort of tangible progress, as opposed to be able to just throwing something together. And obviously at endgame, you have to have some sort of synergy, but it doesn't feel like you have that freedom that was once there. Vanny, good morning. SDS, good morning, brother. How you feeling, man? Yeah, Coco, I feel you, brother. Coco, we beat Genshin with a dead horse, man. Like that, we beat that with a dead horse. Simple, really. They do it for every other archetype. Just introduce a broken support. Exactly. Dot has low ceiling because no crit and HP keep getting higher. Well, make a support that gives Dot crit. You know, crit, true damage, whatever it is. Whatever it is, tires gotta work. We had a great fucking shift, boys. We got like mad videos to bang out. I
just know that this team beats them. Yeah. So I'm gonna use them.
You don't have to know any mechanic or anything. You just go in.
Do you guys remember when there was the big gorilla, and the big gorilla would attack anybody who used their skill last? So you had to play around who was gonna use their ability.
100%.
So that way the gorilla wouldn't one-shot them. But there's nothing like that anymore. There's just nothing like that. It's just, oh, okay, I use the follow-up tech team. Oh, okay, I use super break. Right? And that mechanic with the monkey was so scary. And then what happened?
I got you 2 seconds, Dawei. I got you 2 seconds.
They got rid of it because they introduced Fushuan. It's not a strategy that
I have your chat up as well. I got you in a moment.
It's not
I got you in a moment,
gameplay or skill that you use to plan accordingly. It's I should probably get the new unit so I can trivialize this fight.
Blaze, what's going on, brother? Good morning. Good morning. How you feeling, brother? We're chilling. We're big chilling.
Honkai Star Rail creates issues.
Gotti, good morning, man. How are you?
And sells the solution behind a $300 banner.
It's Genshin.
And there's so many fucking characters now that so many other characters are becoming obsolete. Maybe I wouldn't have this issue if I wasn't so frustrated about the state of dot teams in 2025. But it doesn't feel like I can overcome the odds by playing well as dot. Because anybody who's seen me play dot teams understands that I play very well.
Nuclear war.
And it's one of my favorite teams. I love it.
Nuclear war today.
But it just feels like I need to pull the newest unit or I need to get another Eidolon because dot just fucking dies. I don't think that's going to change. Now, I do want to say this is a very interactive video. Okay? This isn't going to be me yapping, me ranting at you guys.
Me.
I do want to know.
Me.
I have about 5,000 people here right now, about 4.8 thousand.
Yeah, I got close to 5,128. Just divisible by 5,000.
I do want to know, is there anything wrong with what I've said so far? Do you guys
think he's been cooking, boys? What do you think?
Is my take dystopian? Or how many of y'all feel like how I feel right now? And I would love to know with
the videos about Star Rail being 128K viewers exactly. I think the videos about him, why he doesn't like HSR, and I feel like he's absolutely cooking right now.
A yes if you agree, no if you disagree. So I've been actively looking for anybody who actually disagrees. And I found one right here. So Akum Black, you say no. Okay, so what do you think? What do you think that I'm wrong about? Oh, no, I agree with you. Oh, okay, great. All right. Well, anyways, I tried to find anybody who disagrees with me. And I want to make this very clear. And I've noticed a pattern here where I'll upload videos. Like, for example, there's a lot of videos that I uploaded with Mr. Pokey, for example, where my commenters are going in on me for being too soft and I should have got him to admit this or I should have got him to do this. And everything they asked me to get him to do, I did. So I understand that a lot of people are probably only going to watch the first 50% of this and then click off. Yeah. Which obviously is frustrating because I think there's a lot of viewpoints that I think a lot
just want to let him cook for a minute. We've been talking a lot.
Just simply aren't real.
We've been talking a lot.
And then he did it again the next day. Yeah. And then we talked to him again, and now he said that it's not going to happen again.
My take on the Pokey thing, I'm just going to be honest with you, and I've said my piece already. I think Pokey's not a bad dude. I think Pokey was farming. I disagree because he's bald, true. I think Pokey's a good guy. But yeah, I think he's right, man. I really think he's right. Let's pull up this chat, Ro. I got you, brother. Let's read what you said. So you said Genshin Impact, what was easy and HSR are games that are heavily revolve around stats and numbers. However, this is more apparent on HSR, though synergies, weakness, and comps. It's a turn-based game. So here's the problem, Ro. Your sentiment is correct, but the problem people have with HSR is there's no mechanics to the game, right? Because at the beginning of the game, obviously, HSR is not an open world game, it's turn-based. So part of the game is team building. That's why they release 2 characters a patch. 2 new characters patch most of the time. They do all these different things. There's so many different paths, abundance, whatever, yada, 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 because of the fact it is more of a character collector than these other games, because at the end of the day, you have 2 buttons, and it's the preparation that you do bring going into the combat, right? The problem is the example he gave previously, as opposed to, let's say, trying to find a way to make sure that you skill with the last person, skill with the last character, so that way the boss attacks you, or when a boss snatches your ass up, or a Venturine, and so you need some sort of AoE. It's simply follow up and break, and you don't really care about the mechanics, and then you could just kill a fucking trotter and do more damage in your team. That's the problem. So obviously, power creep exists, right? I guess FGO has better gameplay. I don't know anything about FGO. I think FGO is fucking dog shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything I've seen of it's trash. Also, Donnie, good morning, brother. Got you in a second. So the problem is that there's no mechanics to the game when there was mechanics previously. Now, I don't think anybody's asking for some crazy like Destiny 2 raid-like mechanics. I think people specifically just want something to make it feel like I'm not bulldozing, or I'm not just pulling these specific characters so they could bulldoze the whole game, but I'm actually using my units or pulling for other units to strategize and figure out how this boss works, If there aren't any mechanics that we're just swinging until we kill the other enemy, like how 8-year-olds Fire Blast Pokemon. But with Venturine, you can still do the same thing, use Boot Hill and ignore it. I assume it's probably a lot harder that way.
You are one
dumb son of a... Yo, Dams, I appreciate the tier 3 sub. Dude, get some W's in the chat for Dams, bro. Wait, hold on, let me pause ads real quick. Dams, thank you for the fucking sub. We're over here ranting about HSR, as my Brits say. I appreciate you. I'm going to say thank you to 1 million more times the second I end this recording. Thank you. I appreciate you on God. I hope you're having a great... What is today? Is today Saturday? Hope you're having a great Saturday. I appreciate you so much, Dams. Thank you for the tier 3. Jesus Lord. Actual Twitch baby. Has it been 9 months? Oh my God. 9 months? All right, we're going to have to ban you to restart the counter. Jesus Lord. 9 months. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Also, hello, Say HSR. I hope you're having a great day, Say and Dams. 07. I'll play but I watch my friends play this fun watch. Put it a little too hard for the casuals. No, I mean, I don't really know about Boot Hill. I don't want to sit here and lie and pretend like I'm a Boot Hill expert. I don't know much about him. I know he's a part of like the break, but I think he's like a physical person. But I think that's the problem, Tillian, right? I think that's the problem, right? If the problem is you could override the mechanics by just using Boot Hill, that kind of sucks. Wouldn't it be cool to have a boss where it's like, no, you have to do the mechanic to kill it, right? So I don't know functionality-wise how Boot Hill works, but I think that is exactly the problem that he's talking about. So, those a sleep Reminator, yeah. But again, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the tier 3.
Which is why I'm putting out this video, right? And so now is the real
thank you.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. But I mean, I got him to apologize. I got him to admit that he's a hypocrite. I got him to admit
just about Pokey, because I don't really.
Players. I can't help that he lied. What do you want me to do?
Is the rest just about Pokey?
Hey, I'm not his mother. I don't expect my friends to talk to me and lie to my face. And that's why I've been a lot more strict to Mr. Pokey, because I don't like being lied to, and I don't like hypocrites. I don't like that, and that should really piss me off. Sure. And I thought we had a certain level of respect, and that's why I kind of distance myself
just a
little
short bit.
Okay,
cool,
giving him another chance, and
cool.
hopefully this time he actually sticks to what the fuck he's saying. But yeah, this isn't a video saying that I want to quit Honkai Star Rail. No, I'm not going to quit Honkai Star Rail, not yet. Nor do I have any plans to ever just say it's bad, or say
I will. Game's trash. Game's trash. Play Epic 7 instead. PvP with me and Genazar.
That
Does he still play it?
Because I do greatly believe in the game, and I do really enjoy the modes, but it just seems like there's this massive red flag
squeezing writing now.
Because I just don't think it's going in a great direction. Honkai Star Rail 3.0 doesn't feel like a 3.0.
It doesn't feel like a 3.0. It feels like a new map, and that's it. It doesn't. Nothing about it is different.
Wuthering Waves 2.0 felt like a 2.0. Zenless Zone 0
was good. Was good. Hard
1.4,
stuck. How you feeling, brother? How you feeling, man?
Like
welcome in. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning.
Like a new update. Honkai Star.
Don't disrespect Epic 7. I'll hop on that bitch right now and body all y'all. I'm gonna need someone's account because my account's not built, but I'll do it. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass.
Just feels like the same game on a new planet, but worse in every single regard. Dialogue's bloated.
Yeah.
It's too long to get to the point. Takes too long to establish itself. Yaps far too much. The enemy's difficulty is just the same enemies with no mechanics but big HP bar. It doesn't matter what you're fighting. Just bring the OP teams and you win. And it doesn't feel like I'm playing a game anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't. HSR 3.0, yeah, I could agree. It feels like a downgrade than to what we had in 1.0. And that really sucks because as far as I'm concerned.
Was 2.0 and 3.0. 2.0 was better because 2.0 felt different and special. 3.0 feels, I'm talking about HSR specifically. 3.0 does not feel special. It does not. It feels like a downgrade. It feels that it's gotten just worse. It feels like all of the feedback that they have taken from HSR 2.0, they've completely neglected and said, fuck you. You're going to play this fucking game and you're going to fucking like it. And then any of that feedback goes in as ZZC. Pretty simple, yeah. People just look at back roasted in the glass, in my opinion. I mean, it's okay to have that opinion. It's okay to have that opinion. I don't think they've added anything in 3.0 at all. That's different. You know, Loon, welcome in. Good morning. Game as Genshin. Same as Genshin, 100%. 100%. We're going to get to a Genshin React right after this. I got to watch Brand's video.
But yeah. As far as I know,
exactly, Loon. Exactly. That's the loop.
For something huge.
Miko, how are you? Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a great Saturday today. Good morning, Sneaky. Welcome in. Welcome in. You think 3.0 leading up to Fate meantime? I mean, like, maybe, but, like, I also don't care. I personally never watched Fate, but also, like, to be honest with you, if they're kind of inting their game to lead up to a collab, to sell more units on that collab, that's probably going to sell a lot anyways. It just feels like bad business, you know? Or no, let me rephrase that. Not bad business, but bad for the consumers, you know? Bad for the consumers. Squeeze, I got your essay in 2 seconds. I'll pull it up.
Obviously, I want to hope that 3.1 does something different, but
I got a pin. But good morning, Nico. How are you, Sneaky?
It just feels like slop. It doesn't feel like they're innovating. It just feels like they're dampening everything. It makes it feel like everything's getting fatter. Everything has more HP.
Slop, boys.
While I think it's perfectly fine that other people are enjoying the game, and I want to say that very clearly, I think it's great if you enjoy that game. I just don't feel the desire to play it at all right now. And I wish there was something that would hook me to play it because
his delivery's so much nicer than the delivery that I had on my Genshin Impact video. And I'm sure these comments are probably fucking insane. Like, probably absolutely insane. Yeah. I'm sure it's crazy. Yo, what's going on, Omnison? How you feeling, brother? Good morning, man.
I don't think
how we feeling?
That I'm alone in this viewpoint. I think a lot of people are missing that hook into wanting to play Honkai Star Rail the way we used to. I miss the days where pulling a character at E0 and having them equip a 4-star weapon was enough. But now there's so many characters that I feel obligated to pull at E2 and get their S1.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that Aglia might be the same. I've heard rumors that you really need idolize Aglia or to have a Sunday, or they're trash. And I'm really worried about that. I'm really worried about that. That's bad. But yeah, you need E1.
Power creep doesn't exist. Immediately drops a carrot that needs either Eidolon's Sunday, a very well-built Sunday with light cone, or Sunday with 160 plus speed, or the carriage is dog shit and useless. Love it.
Do you agree that the addition you have is a step in the right direction? No, I don't think that the issue comes down to make new characters I can play. I think it comes down to make new mechanics that we as players have to think and solve around the enemies that we're fighting. Because right now, it doesn't feel like I'm solving an equation. It just feels like I'm running a marathon. And I hope that I'm fast enough to finish in time. And that's kind of all it feels like. It doesn't feel like a puzzle turn-based RPG anymore. It kind of took the strategy out of the strategy game. And now it just kind of feels like I sure hope I have enough damage. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is there anything else that you guys think that I forgot about? I talked about the combat. I talked about the story. Obviously, I think M4
is weird. Exactly, it does feel weird.
Brother, I never not used autoplay because the game has always been brain dead. If you had to hear what are you talking about? Well, then maybe you wailed very early on. Yeah, maybe you wailed very early on. I think enemies are interactive. They will always pull back.
I think it's also weird how people don't want the games to have a little bit more challenge, because the problem is that if you have challenge to the game, if it's too challenging, you just either don't play it because you're a casual, like you don't play that challenge, or you build up to that challenge. But for whatever reason, the community is so against challenging content that requires thinking, that requires actually playing the game, and not even talking about spending money. It just blows my mind. I don't know why the community is so hell-bent against content. Like, it's like you would prefer predatory practice content like an Acheron, like a Silverwolf, like a Super Break, as opposed to saying, okay, if I'm fighting this boss, I have to think, like, what was the charm about Final Fantasy VII when it first dropped, right? There's no microtransactions, there's no nothing. You had to build your characters, you had to think, and a lot of bosses had things in it, right? What is the attraction with Persona? All these other turn-based games. It's just I don't know why people are so against that shit. It doesn't make sense.
Complain when they try to add a mechanic.
Turn-based strategy without strategy,
you don't really
exactly.
See or need to learn the mechanics if you play the favorite.
Also, I got you as well, bro. I got your comment.
When they add the MOC, APOC, if you have limited resources,
it's insane to me. It's insane.
Maybe that's it. Maybe
the story. Don't be stupid greedy.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe my account's too strong, but
don't be stupid
sure
greedy.
doesn't feel like my account's that strong when I'm playing Dot. It doesn't, and it really feels like play meta or die. Now we're at 3.0. There's nothing that really changed. I know storytelling even regressed compared to previous patches. They added mem to story march like character, but instead of talking, it fucking squeaks, which is even more annoying. English VA was mediocre.
What do you mean, Tillian? What do you mean by that? I like challenges. I agree 100%. I wish for hard shit in games so I could blast hardstyle music. I could just play Pop Smoke. I'm feeling invincible.
At best. Only good moment was Herta. After seeing 3.0, I'm afraid the story goes in the direction of it's a world of memories. All you see now happened already in the past. You're just reliving it. So just the same shit as Pentagon. Yeah, I really feel like the story's gone downhill ever since that Honkai Impact third writer took over it. Because Honkai Impact third writing was just bloated nightmare. Right? And everybody was gassing up this guy as like the be all end all best.
Honkai Impact third story length. 435 hours. If you're a completionist, 600 hours. Main stories, 345 hours. That's fucking insane. If you attack the math of the game, you can take advantage of the specific mechanic and break the game. Do you think it's as prevalent in that game as it is in Stario, though? Like, genuine question. And I also think in Persona, why it's not as bad, and this is just my honest opinion, is the fact that it's not gacha, so you don't have to continuously replace the units that are breaking the game, as it is in gacha. Yeah, and also I think since it's not gacha, again, it's not as bad. Like, you're not spending $300 every 2 months, you know? Stry, what's going on? Can we get a fast shout out for Stry? How are you, brother? Good morning, good morning. Spoilers? Listen, you know it's going to be 400 hours, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? Okay, so yeah.
Writer of fucking gacha games, but it's just been kind of sucking balls.
Yeah.
Ever since he was brought on board, and now when I see him, I'm just like, oh hey, look, it's that ugly retard that ruined the fucking story. But Xiao Ji is the greatest.
Jesus Christ.
He's just not, man. He's just not. Please pull me up. Yeah. I'd love to. What's going on, man? I thought he was him, but now he's just bad. True. No, I disagree. The ENVA was good aside muted characters. Everybody wants to play a game where half the voice actors aren't getting paid, so they don't voice the fucking game.
All right, let's hear it.
It's so irritating.
Spot on.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, like the burger was really good. Just ignore the fact there was no
patty
patty or tomatoes. It's like, all right, dude. Yeah, it was a great bun and lettuce. I'm gonna play in Japanese. That's probably another big detractor. I really enjoyed playing in English. I'm happy you feel like that about HSR because I've been the same.
Sure, I hope you're having a great day. My bad, bro. We're in the middle of a recording a video about to give you a shout out in 2 seconds. I'm eating food. Bro, I need food in a second. I'm turning on my bot. I appreciate you. Welcome in, brother.
It's 2.3 where I understood they won't ever bother, just like Genshin. The premise was really exciting. The first patch of very.
I hope you feel like I'm happy you feel like about HSR because I've been the same. What's going on, Sinister? I'm happy you feel like that about HSR because I've been the same ever since 2.3 when I understood that they won't ever bother, just like Genshin. The premise is really exciting for the first patch. It's very cool and fun, but I guess it's easy the same too at this point. I don't care anymore. I'm actually looking forward to Wuwa and Enfield. Okay.
Very cool and fun, then it falls off. I guess that's the Hoyoverse way. It's easy to say at this point. I don't even care anymore. I'm actually looking forward to Wuwa and Enfield only because they aren't Hoyoverse games. I don't necessarily think the characters need to die, but it's true the story there isn't it. There's no pressure. There's the story dialogue. Just feel like they're made for kids, I guess. Most likely we're not even here to talk about 1.0. As you said, was cool. So it's weird the story just
we kind of established all this already.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to time you out for 30 minutes for spamming. But great comment. Yeah, don't spam anything. That's cringe. Hoyoverse is finally going to have competition. I mean, 6 new big games are coming out that aren't Hoyo. Yeah. And I really hope Hoyo learns to innovate and make.
Competition is great, boys. Competition is absolutely great. It's the greatest thing ever. 1000%. Info, I'm going to pull up your comment as well. I got you. Once we finish this video, we're going to go over the last 3 comments and wrap this up and move on to the next one.
Their games harder via systems that aren't making them take longer and make the story better without systems that.
Also via systems that are not predatory.
Just say, make them take forever. And it feels like Hoyoverse is now just Hoyo bloat. From mechanics to the gameplay to getting to the fucking point. It's a shame. It's a shame. I don't want to give up on it because I do love the characters of that game so much. And it will always hold a fond spot in my heart how much I truly enjoyed the characters of this game. But man, oh man, is that game just a bloated fucking nightmare. Yeah. I made this video just to kind of get a general consensus on what you guys think. And yeah, let me know what you think.
W-Tech.
I can foresee the same thing happening to ZZC currently, but I'm going to remain painfully optimistic because that Fall Guys Bang movement was just so damn cute. But we'll see. Okay.
So let's look at these couple comments real quick. Power creep is basically the biological clock of a game. Same way we are humans age per year. HSR is a very fast power creep to the point of the characters. I don't think add-ons will be enough to bring them back. I agree too. I agree. Power creep in HSR I think is out of control. Maybe it's too hard to design content around the different team archetypes with premium units. It has to, or just or should be possible to beat with most accounts. But what if I had an example? Don't have a break team. Are standard 4-star strong enough to break the content if I plan right? Would that not make it too easy with the premium units? Granted, I don't know much knowledge of HSR, so it's a genuine question. There's 1000% ways that they could design the game and they could design mechanics around not spending $300 to pretty much not spending $300, right? And not having it go by so fast. So yeah, there's 1000% way to do it, even if it's not just a 4-star only team comp, right? Like I get that, like you want to sell units, but like the way in which they move so fast and how again these characters pretty much just fucking zoom past all of the elemental affinities and all of the paths. It's like, who the fuck cares? Wait, did you say anything, Squeeze? The thing about the current state of HSR, as Tech says, maybe the DO team still works today, but if you need proper prep, it's harder to make it work compared to before. Just having the recent units up our build on the clear recent content. I think Techie's perspective is based on a tourist casual viewpoint where they. I disagree, man, because most people are tourists and casuals, you know. If DOT sucks, man, it fucking sucks, right? You shouldn't have to play the game for 300 hours in order for it to be good. Also, welcome in, how you feeling, brother? Good morning, Drago. You shouldn't have to play the game 300 hours for DOT to work. Sorry for the big gap. I did co-op for the Genshin and add a few players in HSR and then asked them how fair the experience of casual 9% of them were against harder content, but they wanted the rewards to be spoon-fed to them. And I agree with Techie saying it feels like a kid game in terms of storytelling to only pander to the most of the casual. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, a lot of people are stupid and greedy, like Pokey said. Like, a lot of people are fucking stupid and greedy. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, W video Techie. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah.